Hey, Positive Pathers, Keenan here. I am going to lower this a little bit because it's super high. Hey guys, hope you're having a great start to the week and wanted to check in with you. Yes, I'm aware that I need a haircut. My hair looks pretty crazy right now. But hey, so I just wanted to drop you guys a line. I was out last week, just got kind of sidetracked with some personal stuff. And that is kind of what I want to talk to you guys about today is failure, right? not very positive, a term usually in our culture when we hear somebody say about failure or I failed or I blew it or whatever. It's usually, we all can agree, it's pretty negative usually, has a negative connotation. I wanted to talk to you guys about framing your failure because I have had to do this. So much of what I talk to you all about is, here in Positive Path and as we build our community, I share from my own life, right? Like everything at Positive Path, we're all about authenticity and honesty and just being, a community. And I share with what I've learned, just from my own life and being a single dad and, and a business owner and living life. And all that goes into health and wellness and chemical-free home and effective fitness and clean nutrition and all the things that Positive Path stands for. But those, again, I've said this in past videos, it doesn't mean anything if internally we're not healthy, right? And so one of the things, I'm just going to be honest with you guys and share some stuff that I went through and, was always a challenge for me. And I just am in the last year or so learning how to really turn that challenge, reframe, if you will, that challenge of something that was negative into something that is now a positive, which goes hand in hand with Positive Path, obviously. So I want to pass along to you guys that hopefully you can take and glean some value from it and apply it to your own life. Share it with your friends and your kids. Obviously, we love the community being built here. So, pass us along if you like what you're hearing and what we're talking about here. So what I want to talk to you about is reframing the failure. The failure I needed to reframe just recently, as in this week, was I was preparing for a test, and I've been certified in several different things in a few different industries over the course of my career, and have always done well at that. And I pushed really hard, did my normal studying. I was studying like 3-4 hours, almost 5 hours a day in some cases, day in, day out, like almost to the point maybe I studied a little too much. And I went and took the test yesterday, and I fell short of getting the score I needed to proceed and be certified in this particular area. I fell short by just a few points, and it sucked. I would be lying to say that it wasn't like, oh, well, that's cool. I wouldn't, like, I didn't get out of the testing proctor area and just go like reframe it right on the spot. I took some time. I kind of mourned it a little bit, if you will. I started getting my wheels turning on what I should do next, and it stung. It stung. Like I think it does for any of us when we fail at something, right? Nobody sets out to be like, oh, I would like to fail today, please, if I could do that. And I didn't do that either. So I got to the place where it was like, you know what? This is actually a positive. And the only reason it became a positive was because I said it became a positive. So that's my thought, and what I want to pass on to you guys is that you can reframe. The word I'm using is reframe. You can reframe anything you want when you fail at something, whether it's a test academic wise, or whether it's a physical test or a relationship test or a test at work or whatever. Tests, things that you want to achieve, whatever it might be, they come in all shapes and sizes, right? All, throughout life. And I've been fortunate to succeed at most of those, usually the first time around. But every once in a while, right? Like, you don't always get there the very first time. And you have to get back up. I actually had somebody say that to me yesterday in a text, a friend. He's like, just get back up. And he was right. And so I wanted to pass that along to you guys and just be like, hey, whatever you're going through right now, you have the capacity to take that thing that is like this ball of negativity and look at it from a different angle, reframe it, and say, you know what, this is good because. And ever since I've done that, I was sitting here in my living room this morning going through this, right? And I was like, I want to go live and share this with our Positive Path viewers, because I think there's a lot to be learned, and you guys, like, I think we could all value from this, and so I want to share it. And I was sitting on a couch, I sat down, I was like, okay, what am I going to do with this? What's going to happen with the next steps? You know, like you guys, most of you know, I'm a full-time single dad. It's on me to support my family, which I love doing and, you know, I've always done, but, you know, wasn't sure where the next step was with this particular certification and career move and things of that nature. And I was like, I'm not sure what to do now that it's been set back. I can always go take it again, which I will, but wasn't sure what to do in the interim. And as soon as I sat down and did this exercise that I'm sharing with you about reframing what had happened yesterday, my wheels and my creative juices, whatever you want to call it, just got going. My subconscious mind got involved, and all of a sudden I started asking questions that could be answered. And they were all positive questions. They were questions of, well, what can I do now? Where does this fit in? How could that actually benefit this? And going down the line without getting into all the details here, it 4 or 5 or 6 questions came up that I was writing on my notepad, and all of them got answered this morning just by sitting on my couch and allowing myself to reframe what was yesterday a pretty big negative into what is now a positive, and opening that door to something even better. So again, when I kind of walked through this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually a good thing. Obviously don't go out and fail on purpose, but I mean, it happens. Human beings, you know, we don't always reach the mark the first time. So if you're in that situation, or you found yourself in that situation in the recent past, go back and reframe that. Guys, you can make this as positive or as negative as you want it to, but when you frame it into a positive way, when you choose to take your positive path, even going through these episodes of like maybe some failure, you fail forward. I'm sure most of you have heard that term. It's so true. And you know, the more biographies I read, I'm going to do another Audible book recommendation on a little later this week on Thursday. Anybody that I've come to admire, anybody that I've read their book or whatever, they've all had to pull themselves back up by the bootstraps, dust themselves off, you know, and not all of them call it this, but they have had to reframe it. Otherwise, they would still be in that stuck spot. None of us would have ever read their book or heard their creative music or read their blog or benefited from their business or nonprofit or whatever they did with their life, whatever their calling was, whatever their path was. They would have never got there if they would have stayed in that place. And that goes for me, right? I just walked myself through it right now, and it goes for you guys too. So I wanted to share it with our Positive Path community. So you guys, you know, it's the start of the week, still early in the week, you know, there's going to be some challenges. There's also going to be a lot of victories. Apply this principle of reframing whatever is maybe perceived, you know, at first hand as a negative, reframe it as a positive, and put that in your perspective, and let your subconscious mind go to work on helping you solve the problem. That's its job, is to keep you safe. That's why it's always telling you why things can't be done. Well, reframe it, give it some positive food, if you will, and let it help you reframe it into something that becomes what was once a negative, now a positive. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope that made some sense. I hope that there's some benefit and some value in that. It certainly helped me. I was in a much different place. Again, just being fully honest, I was in a much different place mentally this morning when I woke up, you know, a few hours back. It wasn't like falling off a cliff or anything, but I was just like, gosh, you know, I'm a competitive guy. I like to win. And after doing this exercise, I feel so much better. Like I was going to do an Audible book recommendation today, and I did. Obviously, I'm doing completely different post and completely different live. Oops. So I'll do that on Thursday, like I said. So anyways, guys, I hope you benefited from that. If you have any questions, you know, we love the comments below. Check us out. You know, if you're seeing this on YouTube, we love seeing you guys. Please share us with your friends. We love the fact that you guys are engaging with us on our Facebook page. If you have questions, positivepathlife.com, contact us tab. You want to do a $99 wellness assessment, get you moving and get you going with clean products. We also do that there. Just click on that tab, $99 wellness assessment. Myself or one of our coaches will be reaching out to get you started in that direction. If you just have questions or just want to start a dialogue, obviously PM over Facebook, welcome that through our Facebook page. You can comment below. We love when you guys engage with us, or just the contact us tab and send us, it'll come straight to me or one of our coaches through our contact us tab on positivepathlife.com. Love hearing from you guys. If you guys are ready to get going, reach out to us. Just have questions. We welcome that too. That's what we're here for. Hope you valued from this. Remember, reframe what you think is negative, because chances are there's a lot of positive in it. All right, make it a positive path day. Thanks.